The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's Achane to start the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. You talk about this Jets defense.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
This defense for the Jets, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
The Dolphins going to send Michael Pilardi out to punt on 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8.
To throw is Rodgers. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Now they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Now it's Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Taken from just outside the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
This one from 48 yards away. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of them.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to. And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Matt Amendola now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Jets 7, Dolphins 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
All right.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category.
There he goes, left side.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Tua now on first down.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Second down and 6 now. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end. Being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Ball again on second down.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Play action. It's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
DK Metcalf, 33 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Dolphins 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On play action, Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
So on 4th down, out is Matt Amendola for the Jets field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Hey, Watson, Oscar.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Watson, Oscar.
Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Hall again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. To throw is Rodgers.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
DK Metcalf
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 3.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ready.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd down and 15.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. They'll give to Hall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run. Achane. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. That 2 is going to change things up. Achane is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Ball again on 2nd down. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Jermaine Johnson, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Achane gets it from the gun. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this offense on 3rd down today, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Now there's Cooks in motion right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Jump out!
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it down.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Dolphins 5.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And this one too low. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
That is caught at the 7. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The end result, 21 yards.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
88.
Rodgers going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
All right, come on.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Tua. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially.
Run it back.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Lost everything.